All right, I just got a couple of condition one pistol cases, and then for a comparison, there's a Pelican Vault. So we've got some pistols in here. Let's talk about it. So initial first impressions of these condition one cases. This is a HK VP9 long slide with the Trojicon SRO. I don't even think I have the magazine in. And then, yeah, same thing for the FN510 with a Holosun. Don't have the magazine in, so you can just watch what happens there. Doesn't close completely, and you got to push down. So how hard do you think this thing's going to get banged around? Do you want it to get banged around with your red dots up against the plastic? I guess what I'm saying is these are already kind of big. Why not make the ceiling a little bit higher with some, maybe a little bit harder foam? I'm not sure. Maybe you go, because for example, like this foam is a lot more firm than this foam. This foam is not very thick and it's really soft. So I'm sure they've done plenty of their own testing, and they probably feel like this will protect your optics well enough, is what I'm guessing. Just know that, you know, standard pistols like this with, these both have lights. So they both do have the stream light on them. They're gonna sit higher. So that's something to consider. In comparison, you've got like no red dot on this. It does have a Surefire X300 Ultra, so that's gonna sit higher. That's sitting higher with a weapon light on it than like big guns, Glock 40 and Glock 17 long slide. And so that's brings me to another point. These both have 6-inch barrels. No magazine in. If you'll notice, even if you put the magazine in, this will still be exposed. And what I noticed already, even though this foam seems like high quality foam and it's really dense and firm, just putting this in, I mean, these 6-inchers, they barely fit, and it's already scraping the inside of the foam pretty good. So that's not a good sign. I guess what you'd want to do is you'd want to take the front, put it all the way in. See, I just rubbed on that. So, or maybe you want to put this down and then go forward. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. So if you don't want to scratch it up, put that all the way in and then lower it like that. And I would take it out the same way, because this on these Glocks, it's pretty sharp and it's going to tear. Any high quality foam is going to get torn up over time at a minimum. So again though, these were bigger 6-inch guns that didn't have lights versus a small compact PDP with a light, and the light's going to make it stick up considerably more. Here's a little Glock 19 with a threaded barrel. That's sitting in there pretty low. We can't close it because we have this magazine side-by-side comparison. So let's see. I'm pretty sure standard 15-round Glock, 17-round Glock, 15-round 10mm FN. Now all of those will fit in here, no problem. But this is a 20-round HK VP9 long slide magazine. It's not going to fit like that. This is a 22-round FN510 10mm, and then of course you got like a 31-round Glock mag. So just know that your 20-round, 22-round, even this 20-round 9mm, good luck closing the case. In fact, let's pull this out. Let's pull. And these fit in here super snug. Hold on, bear with me. All right, so this is just a 20 round HK-VP9 long slide. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can close this. So definitely sticking up. And you gotta push down quite a bit. So can you close it in there? Yes. What is this going to do to that foam over time? I'm not sure. You know, I'll have to do like 6 months down the road review after I've used this a bunch. Let's see. I could put the 22 round FN back in, but then you're really screwed. I mean, yeah, you can't close that. I don't even know. Bear with me again. Like, let's put it up a little bit further so that it's more in the middle. If you were going to try to go that route, you wanted to put it right in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's kind of like right in the middle. And I still, yeah, you're not going to get that closed. So it looks to me like 20 round 9mm is kind of where you're going to be stuck with that. Let's see. So the 3 round, I know they make a 4 round, so this compartment would just be smaller, but 3 pistol case. You can close it. Again, you got to think about what it might do to your optics, because, you know, are you going to put it on the airline? That would be the other comparison too. So here's your locks are polymer on the condition one, versus the Vault is reinforced with metal, top and bottom. So, and the reason, pull this out. So here's a Glock 40 with a 6-inch barrel. So this is kind of what you're looking at size-wise with the Vault. I mean, originally I got this to perhaps put a large hunting revolver in. So, I mean, I guess if you had to, you could potentially angle it with a revolver. I probably wouldn't do that, but you got to figure out how big your revolver is. This is a 6-inch, so if you had some of them get really big, 8 3/4 inch, you know, raging hunter or something, you might have a hard time. But I wouldn't recommend going above like the 6 1/2 inch or whatever it is for a lot of revolvers. And I think that's what the Underwood guy says as well. But either way, the Vault's really nice if you have one really nice handgun or revolver that you're going to use as a backup and as a hunting protection, like backup kind of a handgun, big revolver, something like that. This Vault would probably be ideal. So this foam is really nice. It's thicker on the roof than the condition one, and it's got a couple layers, 2 layers of this, and then the bottom layer as well. So you can do whatever you need to with that. And then you got the reinforced locking spaces. Really nice. Plastic handle, no rubber. That is one nice thing about the condition one. Really nice rubber handles. The foam, again, it feels really dense, high quality foam, but depending on how careful you are putting these in, I think you're really going to scratch the back. Let's see if I can take this out, and yeah, see, it looks like some damage has already been done. And I have, so we're going to put this backside in first and then press the top down. That's what I'll do from now on. But if you're going to slide this in, which seems more intuitive, and then push this down, you're going to jack this up. So I would say put that in and then push that down. And then again, just know that if you have a light, it's going to stick up more. And if you have a light and an optic, it's going to stick up quite a bit more. And the other thing, so Glock 17 long slide, 6-inch barrel, and then we have the Glock 40. You're not going to get those to fit if they have a threaded barrel. Or for example, if you put a KKM precision 7-inch barrel in your Glock 40, it's not going to fit in here, just so you know. Pretty sure that 7 or 6 inches is the max. I can't imagine this fitting with, if you look, you just don't really have the room for a threaded barrel on these 6-inch Glocks. I don't think it's going to work, and it would really jack the foam up too. So let's talk about the compartment. So we talked about these being polymer without reinforcements, but it does have a really nice rubberized handle. High quality foam, but you know, foam is foam, so you're probably gonna have to baby it a little bit, figure out how to put it in with the handle first and then press the muzzle down. So just as an example, threw some things in here: headlamp, Gerber fixed blade. I mean, obviously a Leatherman would be something you'd probably want to put in here, and that would fit just fine. This is the extended mags that won't fit in the slot. You can put them in here. So if you are one of these people that has 22 round mags, or you want to put extended Glock mags, that's not going to fit like that. You pretty much have to put it like that. Just for fun, put a holster. Got a smaller, crappy little Peltor thing. If you had a bigger Bluetooth walker and a pair of headphones, obviously it's going to take up more room. Then just for fun, put the Mora Garberg in there. You know, these could be something that you have like ready to go, like your favorite 3 pistols. Maybe you put some ammo in here. Maybe you don't even put the holster. Maybe you're wearing the holster, but you put some kind of survival knife. You know, maybe you have the headphones, or maybe you're wearing those too, wearing the holster. Then you got a lot more room for ammo, and maybe a map, a compass, whatever you wanted to put in there. Just depends. Just know that if you got the lights and the optics, you're gonna have to push this down to close it, and then what's it gonna be banging into at that point? Because it's not like the ceiling on these is higher and the foam is thick and you're just condensing the foam. I think you're pressing up on the polymer. The foam is thin, so it's, what I'm saying is it's like super compressed, and your optics are right there. So I just don't know. I guess it depends on how robust your optic is and what it's going to be banging into. But that's about it for this this review. We'll have to do a follow-up after about 6 months of use. We'll see where we're at with the foam.